They find it by accident. The fire eats a field and leaves a secret behind. A square of metal, flush with scorched earth, a hatch, the kind that keeps light out and secrets in. Riley Vance is in a bank when the call comes. July heat pressing the windows, air conditioning humming like it's trying to soothe grief. Detective Miles Corbin says 6 words that rip her open. "We found something at Kester Farm." She runs before the pen touches the foreclosure notice. The farm is a blackened wound. Diesel in the air. Corn turned to ash. In the center, the hatch, dull gray, the handle dark with heat. CSU circling it like it might breathe. Corbin shows her an evidence bag. A small pink sneaker, size 4, butterfly decal, faded but unmistakable, Kinsley's. The shoe from sports day, the one that made her run faster. For 8 years, the town prayed and moved on. Riley never did. The bunker says don't. It says they were here. Inside, later on a laptop glow, concrete walls, low ceiling, 2 narrow cots, thin mattresses spotted with old stains, rusted cans, plastic plates, a bucket. On the wall, faint drawings in crayon, a smiling sun, a square house, 2 stick figures holding hands, K and E Kinsley, and a Lara. Evidence that breathes. But the place is clean. Too clean. Bleach bites the air. Time has chewed the DNA to nothing. The bunker isn't a grave. It's a first chapter. Whoever did this lived careful, then left careful. Pressure crushes the farm's owner until a threat appears. Cold War blueprints, a forgotten shelter. He didn't build it. Someone else knew it was here. Riley sifts the past like sifted flour. The school, sports day, the side door, the janitor's memory, the girls laughing, leaving like they had a ride. Which means trust, which means a face they knew. She hunts overlap, someone who knew the land and the girls. Church bulletins stacked in a box whisper a name: Gideon Pratt, quiet, devout, Sunday school favorite, not in the ledgers. But Bo Yates, the old foreman who pays cash and forgets names, remembers that one. Late season help, off the books, liked to walk the far corners. Said he was looking for God. Found a bunker instead. By the time the badge turns toward Pratt, he's dust. Left in 2004 for missionary work. No records, no ministry, just a rented house that passed through other lives. In a garage corner under oily rags, Riley finds the truth he read. Off-grid manuals, wilderness guides, how to vanish. Not a calling, a plan. The search moves from cornfields to spreadsheets. If he lives outside the grid, sometimes he has to touch it. Propane, antibiotics, canned meat, bandages. And if a girl grows up in captivity, there are things a captor can't forage. Riley draws circles on a map and waits for a pattern to answer back. Missouri, the Ozarks, twice a year, cash, bulk food, fuel, medicine, and always quietly the same aisle no hunter brags about. A clerk at a lonely general store looks at an age-progressed photo and exhales. He heads up the old service road, blue Ford with rusted fenders. Jurisdiction argues. Paperwork yawns. Riley drives. Gravel becomes ruts. Signal dies. Trees close ranks. She hides her car in brush and follows smoke into a hollow where light doesn't linger. There's a cabin made of suspicion and scrap metal. Windows boarded. The blue Ford sleeps under a tarp. The door opens. A young woman steps out with a basket, moving like she's learned to be small. The face is older, the eyes are older still, but it's her, Kinsley, alive. Then Pratt, beard gone to gray, lean as wire, rifle easy in his hand like faith he doesn't question. He speaks, and obedience tightens Kinsley's shoulders. Years live in that flinch. Riley steps out of the trees with nothing but a mother's voice. Kinsley, it isn't loud. It's a key in a lock. Kinsley freezes. Pratt spins. The muzzle finds Riley's chest. "She's mine," he snarls. I saved her. Riley keeps her hands up and throws memory like lifelines. Pink shoes, butterfly heels, a lopsided sun, a door frame height mark stalled at 4'2". I'm here, baby. The story he built cracks. He grabs Kinsley. Riley charges. Wood on bone, metal on shoulder, pain like lightning. Fingers around her throat. Vision tunnels. Kinsley moves. A piece of firewood becomes a choice. She swings. The sound is wet and awful. Pratt folds for one breath, too. Air returns to Riley's lungs like mercy. The rifle clatters into her hands. She levels it, and the shaking stops. It's over, she says. And for once the words are true, they run. Branches whip, rocks bite. The road finds them. So do the bars on a phone screen. Corbin's convoy eats distance. In a white room, machines blink soft. Kinsley won't meet mirrors. She is bones and scars, and silence. Nurses speak in daylight voices. Riley speaks in the dark. You're safe. I've got you. It will be a long verb. Got. Later, when the room is only breath and beeping, Riley asks the question every clock has asked for 8 years. Where's Alara? Kinsley's eyes close like a door that can't bear to be open. Damp concrete, a cough that became a fever that became a plea. Herbs and prayer instead of penicillin. The word pneumonia hangs between them like a weight. Alara died in that first hole. Pratt buried her in the woods and took the surviving child east into trees that swallow screams. They find a shallow grave by the bunker that began it. The town gathers around a small coffin and admits what it already knew and never wanted to say out loud. Back in Missouri, the cabin gives up its ghosts. Journals full of scripture bent into chains, restraints hidden beneath quilts, photographs that no one should take. Pratt sits across from detectives and confesses without apology, every sentence built on a lie he still believes. The jury builds a colder bunker out of verdicts. Multiple life sentences, no parole. The rest of his days in a box that doesn't open. Foreclosure stops. Neighbors bring casseroles and gift cards because they can't bring 8 lost years. Riley paints Kinsley's room the color of mourning. The height chart is still on the door frame, one last mark frozen in time. They don't add a new line yet. Healing has its own units. Some nights, Kinsley wakes up mid-sprint, heart punching through her ribs. Riley learns to sit and count breaths with her until the room remembers it's a room, not a hole. Therapy is slow. Trust is slower. Joy shows up like a stray cat, skeptical, thin, but willing to stay if you don't move too fast. On the porch at dusk, Iowa goes gold and quiet. Fields breathe. Screens stay dark. They don't talk about before. Not every night. Some evenings, they just listen to crickets tune the dark and measure time a new way. One safe sunset at a time. People ask for meaning. Riley doesn't give them speeches. She gives them a shoe in a bag, a crayon sun, a hatch in a burned field, a mother who walked into a rifle's mouth and said her daughter's name like a prayer and a promise. The truth didn't set them free. It gave them something new to carry. And together, they carry it home.